It's recording.
Yeah, it's recording.
What was I gonna say? Hey guys, so it's 3 in the morning. I don't know why I do this to myself. I really hope for the life of me that this is the last time. Maybe not the last time, but the last time in a long time, and the last time this month, that I'm going to spend this late without having a perfectly good reason, such as having a really good time being out with friends, or B, actually having to do work just for one night. I could pull one all-nighter, not a daily all-nighter. That all-nighters that are unnecessary. Because I know that because of lack of sleep, today was kind of me feeling shitty until the very end of the day. So anyway, this morning I kind of woke up on time. I woke up at 8:30, and basically I just, washed my face and did my morning rituals, and then put on clothes. I actually wore something else for school. I wore another shirt for school because I didn't really care what I was wearing today at school. I just wanted to get there, turn my stuff in, write my book review, and leave. So, anyways, I did just that. I had breakfast and then I left. I got there like at 9:50, 10, something like that. I finally took the north freeway, or northbound freeway that I could have been taking this whole time, but wish I could have been taking this whole time, but couldn't because they were fixing the on-ramp. So, therefore, it was actually more of a hassle to try to find the next on-ramp for the northbound side of the freeway to go to school. But today I took it. I finally opened at least one of the ramps that's like by my house. There's actually two like pretty much across from each other, but because there's this weird like bridge division, it's kind of necessary. I don't know. There's like a shitload of entrances for for the south. Yeah, the southbound one is the same thing. It's really weird. But anyway, so I got to class and put my stuff in, like explain like, this was the missing assignment, whatever. And she gave me back my stuff, and I was like, okay, whatever. I really don't care at this point. I feel like I should have a solid B in her class, because I did extra credit and stuff. So anyway, I went and did my book review. Read about 8 pages, like full pages of the book, because even though it says there's like 500 plus pages on the iPad, the physical book is only 288 pages. So just so you guys know, if you're using an ebook, be careful, and you have to like write or a book review or cite it for whatever reasons in a research paper or whatever it may be. Just be conscious that the pages are not going to match the print, so you might want to Google the ebook, and usually they have more accurate. Google usually has like their ebooks, I guess because they're scanned in or something, have a somewhat more accurate page numbering if it's available on the Google Books. FYI. So, little advice for you guys. Anyway, so I did that, and then ended up writing from a book I read 8 pages out of 288 pages. I wrote 1,030 words, not including name or title or like anything like that, because we had to put like title, page numbers, publisher, and all that stuff, not counting all that like factual information, very not really relative to the actual book review. I wrote 1,030 words. it was actually pretty good. I think my book review, it wasn't like a total BS because I quoted from what I saw from the book, and I actually looked up interviews that they did, that they took of the guy, and basically just kind of incorporated like what he had said into what the book was about. So I just rephrased, which is actually what he said. Like, the book says this and this and this. I was like, okay, well, the book says this and this and this. I'll just kind of take what I can from that and put it in my own words, because more or less I did kind of get interested in the book. It's about race baiting, and it's like this weird concept, but as a journalism student and just anyone like growing up in this new media should be aware that like sometimes media, especially now that it's so fragmented, can easily influence your own personal views on a subject, especially something with race seems to be the common denominator here, such as the Trayvon Martin case, or it's kind of like a Rodney King, I guess, phenomenon in more modern times, like just how it's progressed in a way. So yeah, not that I don't think he talks about Rodney King, but he does talk about Trayvon Martin, so it's pretty updated. And then I went to Starbucks, so I totally deserved a Starbucks this week. This week was crazy, and I know that's why I've had like a headache today and just felt kind of gross and dizzy and out of it, and my neck's been hurting really bad. And I also went to go cash my check and stuff, and then I came home and I was watching Dr. Phil with my mom basically, and then I was watching Saturday Night Live, and my mom went to church and stuff, and I just kind of stayed, but the heat, it was so hot today. The heat was also not helping with how I was feeling. But when my mom came back from church, we actually ended up going to the mall, just her and me, and I ended up like actually being really helpful, because usually I'm like a total brat when it comes to shopping sometimes. Like I'll be like, I just want to go home, I just want to eat, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't know, I get cranky, I guess, because it's not about me, or I just get frustrated that I can't buy shit. I don't know. It's just like, I like shopping for like the first 2 hours, and then after that I'm like, I'm so over this. Um, so yeah, so I helped her choose some skirts and stuff, and um, she offered to buy me a few things, but I was just not finding what I wanted or liked, so I was like, it's okay, you don't have to buy me anything. And I actually ended up buying her Life Code by Dr. Phil for her, because she'd been wanting the book and like been interested in it, and it's Mother's Day weekend, and also her birthday is on Friday. So it was kind of like, since I'm not exactly thriving financially right now, it's a good compromise in terms of like buying her a book that I know she really wanted, even though it kind of serves both purposes. Although I do kind of want to see if I can find a separate thing for her. Sorry, my phone keeps going off. So, yeah, needless to say, I didn't really do much productive stuff today, but I think I just kind of needed this kind of rest day, where I kind of didn't have to think, didn't really have to stare at a computer like purposely, even though I did end up towards the end. But yeah, and then we came back and stuff, and I was watching like TV with my sister, and I was gonna work out actually, but then my neck also started hurting again, because it got away and then it came back again. So I just started watching some TV, and then got distracted because my sister needed some help like registering for the SATs, and she's really confused because she kind of forgot about the deadline and stuff. But you guys have to kind of keep on top of deadlines. It's just kind of a mess. But I remember when I took them, I was also like, what do I do? And thankfully I did have really good counselors, but the majority of counselors are shitty, like anywhere. I've had the really, really good luck of always having had just like not even chosen, like assigned good counselors, in except maybe for middle school, kind of. But high school I had good counselors. Um, I was able to somehow be helped at my community college, which most of them were pretty inept, but I knew a few good counselors because the first year I took like intro to college, like this is college life student development class, where the really good counselor was a teacher. So yeah. But anyways, so I was kind of like, well, you kind of have to do that, but it's kind of worth it. I'm like, but don't stress, because look, like, I did really well, like, in some sections when I took it first, and then, like, the next sections I did better in some sections, and, like, just about the same or slightly worse in the other sections. It's just sometimes it's kind of a gamble, and, like, I don't know. I feel like, yes, SATs are important, but at the same time, I don't think they're as, like, important as some colleges make them out to be, because, like, basically after your first semester, they're pretty much thrown out. It's kind of the truth. It's like, I mean, I think in the past it was more of like, oh, you know, what you get on your SAT score. Now it's not that it's not important. I mean, I think it still is, but I don't know. I've, like, seen how my experience has gone with college. It's just, it seems like it's just kind of important to see, like, where you may be, but then you still take placement tests, so it's kind of pointless in that way. But yeah, anyways, and then my sister, you know, so I started, like, looking online at Pinterest stuff and all that stuff, and then my sister comes in, she goes, have you seen my necklace? I was like, what necklace? She goes, you know, the one my, well, like, boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, but still, like, I mean, they still have feelings for each other, they're just kind of trying to work things out right now. So, he'd given her a necklace for her birthday, like a really expensive, like, gold, 14 karat gold, like, really pretty, like, simple necklace, and she had taken it off to take a shower, but then she rushed out because my uncle came to buy her, like, take her out to get some food, and now she can't find it. So she thought it maybe had gone down the sink because she left it by the sink, and I actually don't quite remember if I saw it or didn't see it, so I can't, like, say for sure, like, hey, I saw it, but, I think I might have, but I didn't see it, like, go in the drain, so I think she actually took it, like, misplaced it somewhere else. But anyways, the thing is, we actually dismantled the sink, which, I mean, we're not inept, we're not stupid, but, like, I don't know if fixing your sink is exactly something you'd expect to young girls or whatever, teenage or young adult type girls to be doing at 12 a.m. on a Saturday night. So yeah, but thankfully we knew how to turn the water off, so we didn't, like, create this mess, and I'm like, okay, well, it's pretty simple because we have, like, the plastic newer pipes that you just kind of unscrew and rescrew, and we found, like, really bad junk in there, and we realized that we need to clean out our drain a lot more often than we have, but we didn't find the necklace, so now she's freaking out, and I'm like, look, it's probably somewhere, you're probably not going to remember, and then when you're not looking for it, you're going to find it, so don't worry too much about it. I personally don't think it went down the drain, but I don't know for sure, so we'll see. But yeah, so anyways, and then I just got stuck on Pinterest trying to find different stuff, and on Spoiler TV looking at, like, new shows, and I got distracted, and this is what I do. Like, I, like, feel like I have to keep going. I'm like, oh, just a little bit more, and then a little bit more turns into an hour. An hour turns into 2 or 3, and I'm going to bed now. So I'm just going to do a really quick to-do list on my phone, since I'm kind of up, just so I can go to bed, and then in the morning have a really productive day. So I want to try to go to the farmer's market to get some flowers for my mom. I'm not completely sure that's going to happen. And also, I don't want to get tempted to go shopping, because Urban Outfitters is right there. Not that I would go to Urban Outfitters to actually shop, because I know completely that I do not afford that store right now. I mean, it's kind of a hard store to afford regularly unless you buy a lot from the sales section, which is awesome, but sometimes it's, like, still kind of on the pricey side. But especially when you're broke, it's really bad to go shopping. I get in trouble. Especially if I go to the bookstore, because then I'm like, oh, but it's only a $10 book, and I'm going to learn from it. Although I did buy a book today, but I bought it online, and it was because I'm joining a book club, and it's like, I know I'm going to read it. So I'm going to get back into reading this week, since basically, yeah. So anyways, so tomorrow I'm going to try to wake up and get my exercises done so I don't have any excuses, because Friday and Saturday I've taken them off, although today was kind of, I guess, a little bit of an active day because I did walk in circles at school, like, for no reason. I got distracted and really didn't pay attention to where I was going, so I went to the wrong parking lot, basically, which was kind of still close by, but it was still kind of a distance, so I guess I kind of was actively. And I still tried to keep, I don't know, my food schedule was a little weird, so I guess today was kind of my actual cheat day, but yesterday, was actually not that bad. Anyway, so tomorrow, that's what I want to do, take a shower, and then, write, like, 3 pages of my research paper at least, or start writing it, and then, I'm gonna see if my group still wants to get together to study. If they do, great. If not, well, I'm just gonna continue writing my research paper and studying on my own. And then I'm also gonna try to start tackling my closet again. I really need to declutter it, and I don't know, I guess I'm finally letting go, or telling myself that I need to stop being so sentimental with stuff and just start partying with things and being practical. Anyways, this little lady has to go to bed because she's gonna be really tired and her neck's starting to hurt and she needs to do tutorials. So yeah, good night. Don't forget to leave your comments down below, and also don't forget to like and subscribe. I will see you guys tomorrow.